Okay, what up, people? This your boy J Truth. Okay, I'm gonna read out these four things. And first and foremost, let me get this out the way. I do not have a problem with the LGBTQ community. I don't have a problem when it's your shit. But let me read this. Okay, My Little Pony to introduce lesbian couple. Okay. Hulu's The Bravest Night cartoon to feature an interracial gay couple and a black child. Okay. Aquaman confirmed as queer in Young Justice Outsiders. And last but not least, you have the LGBTQ history curriculum will be now taught in Illinois schools. Okay. Like I said in the beginning, I do not have a problem when it's LGBTQ when it's your thing. But where I draw a line is when you start force feeding your choice, your lifestyle onto the masses. It's one thing you try to force that shit to the masses. Now you trying to force and brainwash and drill that bullshit to the kids. That where I have a problem with. Okay, you see these 3 animated shows, and who mostly watches that, John? Little kids. Okay, cool. You got My Little Pony and The Bravest Night. That's mostly from zero up to 4 years old, or 0 up to 5 years old. They introduced that. So they introduced these 2 cartoons at the top for the little kids. And you already know how kids are. They suck up things like a sponge. They see some bullshit like this on the TV screen, they gonna start asking questions. And you already know who's gonna pretty much answer the questions that these little kids have. The LGBTQ, any of them, they ain't gonna answer that shit. They gonna answer that shit some bullshit. Then you got Aquaman and Young Justice Outsiders confirmed to be queer, gay. And that's geared towards the teenagers. Okay. Then that's drilling it in your head in entertainment. Now it goes down to the LGBTQ history curriculum will be taught in Illinois schools. If not entertaining you is entertaining, forcing it into entertainment is the problem. Now they trying to force feed that shit in the schools. Now it's available in the Illinois schools. So at this point now, when you hear any of the LGBTQ people say that you born that way and stuff like that, notice the pattern here. At this point now, when you start saying some shit like this, oh, you born gay, you born this, you born that, then you see some shit like this plastered in your kid's face, how can you say, oh, you born this way when you constantly drilling this shit now? You drilling this shit in the schools, been taught. And for the record, what is LGBTQ history? For all the LGBTQ community, answer that question for me, and answer another question I have to ask you. How can you be born this way when you force feeding it? It ain't come at the point where you born with it, it's automatic. Now it's becoming brainwashing. Pretty much it's recruitment. Pretty much brainwashing and pretty much turning your little kids to gay. And I know some of y'all LGBTQ people go start saying some bullshit, talking about you sounding ignorant and shit. This right here is ignorant to the fullest. How you gonna drill some shit like this in little kids' heads at a young age if you ain't have no hidden intentions, no agenda to it? Cause this is nothing but a full-fledged agenda. You can say what you want. This is the agenda. And y'all can't say, well, nah, man, that's some bullshit. Nah, this right here is plastered in your face. And every time I turn on my TV, they always have some gay shit or some LGBTQ drill plastered in my face. One old cartoon show I used to watch back in the day, Rocco's Modern Life, I watched that shit when I was a teenager and shit. I just watched it a few days ago on Netflix and everything. The movie. They introduced a transgender man in the damn series, completely fucked it up. And who's mostly watching that shit? Little kids, they drilling that shit in their little kid heads. And how they gonna answer this question here when they gonna say LGBTQ history in schools? And this gay person here, what's gay? You gotta break. They gonna have to break that shit down. Which that that whole gay shit, that LGBTQ TQ shit is been taught in school. Ain't nothing but a recruitment backdoor for some pedophilia shit. Believe me when you say that shit. Believe me when I say that shit, man. Cause I'm not saying that shit. This right here, video right here, is about the kids. I don't give a fuck if they try to force feed now. I'm a full grown ass man that can choose. I'm a full grown ass man that can say, oh, I'm gonna accept this shit as normal, or I'm gonna fight it. In the minds of a child, they're gonna accept anything that's thrown in their face unless somebody break it down for you. But if they ain't breaking it down, what's the point? They drilling it in your head. So now at this point now, LGBTQ, you can't say shit. You can't say that you're born whatever, and you answer this question here. What history do you have? I posted that shit on my Instagram. I post that shit on my Facebook and my fucking Twitter. I post all that question here. What is LGBTQ history? We already know the culture. We already know all that, and we already pretty much most of us already know how this shit started. We already know how this shit started. Started by the white man. So the white man is pretty much introducing this shit, and you know most of this shit's gonna be geared towards black youth. Let me break it down for you. They first, this right here. Hulu introduced an interracial gay couple. One dude's black and the other one's white. Okay. They introducing Aquaman as queer. Look at the man. Aquaman up in Young Justice, straight up black, and he kissing on this shit. Come on now, who they getting that shit to? Their object here is their survival. They trying to drill this gay shit. They trying to pretty much drill this LGBTQ in the kids' mind to stop reproduction, and they getting that shit toward us, cause the black genes are more dominant, and their shit is weak. They shit fading out, cause majority of the white men out here is shooting straight up piss, cause they sperm count is low as fuck, and some of these dudes are gay as fuck. How you gonna say that shit? Now I was hearing some bullshit. I had a female on my job that was saying some bullshit, talking about they taking female uteruses from women and putting them in transgender men so they can have damn kids. And you know how they gonna get all that damn the uterus? They gonna traffic that shit, snatch that shit from black women, cause we already know black women is the most fertile group of women on the planet. And this shit that doesn't even make sense. Oh, man. This is some bullshit at the point where it's not even funny anymore, man. This shit ain't cute. So for y'all LGBTQ, when y'all come out and say you're born this, you're born that, fall back, because you can't say you born this and that when you constantly drilling this shit, force feeding it in our heads. Okay. Oh, and I forgot, I almost said they already got a Birds of Prey movie that's coming out with Harley Quinn and featuring Black Mask. And for all y'all nerds know who Black Mask is, he's one of the corporate gangster that wears a black mask in the comics. In the comics, he's not gay, but on the silver screen, they trying to gay his ass up. Not to mention, I saw a few days ago they putting up a damn petition, starting a petition to gay up the Joker. Oh, but we born that. But y'all say that y'all born that way when y'all force feeding this bullshit on you. No. Come on, man. Y'all need to fall back off that shit. My question for the LGBTQ community is this right here. How can you be born whatever? How can you be born LGBTQ when you constantly force feeding this bullshit onto the kids? And two, what is your damn history? Give me a lesson, because it ain't nothing that you can say to me, tell me, oh, it's you being ignorant. No, I'm not being ignorant at all about the simple fact of this right here. You force feeding this shit to the kids, and this is proof. Now, explain yourself on your history and explain yourself on this born LGBTQ shit. Explain that shit to me. Till next time, this your boy J Truth. As always, thank you for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe. And I'm out.